Chapter 6. No, you're going to start something again. I look him in his eyes, unmoved. I've been avoiding them so far, but I feel deep down that if you show up, you will draw them back to the surface. I don't like it, he says. Well, I don't like a lot of things, but here I am, accepting it. It is what it is, I shrug, going into the elevator, and he joins me. Have dinner with me, he says. I can't. I need to make sure your sister is okay, I told him. So please give me her address, I state, and the elevator dings open to show a crowd of employees ready to come on. Next one, he states, and everyone pauses and steps back. Why? They can come on. I frown up at him. I meant what I said. They will not disobey me, he says. But I could have sworn he mumbles like you under his breath. He gave me his sister's address but insisted on dropping me there, so we ended up in the lower-level parking lot, and he drove the 2024 burgundy Porsche. At least he didn't drive the freaky alien-designed car. Sighing, he opened the passenger side and then went to the driver's side and exited the parking lot. I fell asleep during the ride somehow. I'm not a trusting person, but damn, I've been extra tired lately, making me feel as if my menstrual cycle is about to start. I never know when it will start. Irregular periods suck, but they are the best. The best because I most likely see my period 4 to 5 times a year. He pulls up to a high-rise condo building. Like, wow, maybe over 60 floors. The valets were nice and surprised to see me and Keller. Why was he heading upstairs? He scans a fob key to access the elevator, and I yawn, still feeling tired. Are you okay? He asked. I'm fine, just tired. I rub my eyes. The elevator door opens and he leads the way to the screaming. I told you to fucking leave, Jason. I do not want to see you, she's yelling. I don't see you why I even bother loving you. You are not worth the heartache and pain. You've been here for hours and I've been telling you to leave me alone. Lana, calm down, please, he says. Why do men believe telling a woman to calm down would work as if she will just turn that shit off automatically? The more you say calm down, the angrier she gets. I can't believe you all pretended like that shit was okay. She is popping up there would make me fucking mad. Yet there she is. No one ever consider how the fuck I would feel about this, ever. She throws a fucking vase at his head. It was a long time ago, Lana, get over it, he fires back angrily. Okay, that was a bad thing to say and she's about to lose her shit over this. Jason, get out, she says too calmly. Get over it, you say. Cool. So, that bitch can fuck 2 alpha best friends at the same time. Cool, right? But to top it off, I confronted her because she knows damn well. I liked you and you were... She swallowed, then continued. I mean head over heels for your dumb ass. After I call that fucking dog a filthy slut, I wanted to bash her head in, and his and yours. She will burn by 1,000 fucking sun for hurting me like this. She then fucking stabs me. Not only stab me, but stabs me in my fucking ovaries. So, it's a fucking 50-50 chance of me having a fucking child of my own, you stupid incompetent son of a bitches. She throws a knife at him, and it hits him right in his heart. I screamed, drawing attention to my arrival, and Lana started to cry. Jason just pulls the knife out as if it were nothing and breaks it without even trying. Okay. I guess it was fake, but I am positive I saw blood. I headed over to a crying Lana and hugged her. You two may leave now, I told them, seriously looking into their eyes. I knew that girl rubbed me the wrong way. For the rest of the night, I decided to stay here with Lana just to make sure she was doing fine. I made her some chicken soup with crackers. I made her breakfast bright and early. Then made my way to the bus stop, then I went home and showered, and headed to work. I knew she was not coming today, so during my lunch break I video called her, and she just had those sad eyes. I know they have her in the building, and I cannot be there with her. They know this. Send her to another building where my brother and Jason are not located. Are you guys some kind of cult? I asked in a whisper. She laughs a little. Nah. They are a community. Come over and I will cook for you. I smile at her with a nod. Agreeing. I hung up and powered back on my computer to do the final touch on another small proposal company. Their numbers were up to par. But it looked way too squeaky clean on the surface, so I did my research. Turns out they almost went bankrupt 3 years ago, but became successful over the years with better investments because of his daughter Natalia Young. Their charts are neutral and would benefit Nique's finance. The finance director is under investigation because of me last week, but he still has his job. He just must be on his P's and Q's. My day was a blur, so after work I headed for the bus stop. I would take the train to Lana. Exiting the building, a familiar car came into view, and I paused, smiling as the window went down. "Hi," I grin like an idiot. "Come on in," he says. "That's all right," I told him. "I'm taking the bus, then the train." I shrugged. "Okay." He winds up the window and then exits the car, leaving me confused. "What are you doing?" I looked around frantically. "I'm taking the bus with you," he replies, and I frown. "Why would you take the bus?" I questioned, confused. "Because it's not safe for you," he says, giving back the keys to his security guy. "I've been doing it for months now. Nothing has changed," I told him, walking, and he followed. He followed me while making small talk, and he sure doesn't seem like the type to talk at all. He walked to the bus with me and I frowned, not knowing why he continued this journey with me. I'm not questioning him, though. I strangely feel comfortable around him, and in no way will I give up this opportunity to have him stand by me. On the other hand, he's drawing more attention as he walks by me in his mind-dazzling suit, and those ridiculous shades covering his eyes. It was as if people knew who he was but didn't want to make a mistake and call his name. We waited for the train, and he stuck close to me. I mean close to a point where I could feel his breath on my neck, and I looked up at him with a curious look as his gold eyes met mine. He just stared at me and I looked away, blushing. On the train, he caged me in protectively as people crowded us. So close I can feel his warm breath on my neck. I stay in our little zone facing his chest. "Nervous?" he asked. Chapter 7. My eyes leveled with his as he gave me a wicked grin. I hate to admit it, but he is making me nervous with this close contact we're having. "Yeah," I said in a whisper. "Good. It means you're attracted to me," he sneers wickedly. I flushed, and he looked at me with admiration. All right, this is going to be interesting. I stared behind him and came to realize that everyone was keeping their distance from him. I meant us. Sulking, I push it away, focusing on getting off the training with him by my side. I simply turned to him when I felt him grip my arm. "We will take my car from this point on," he says, dragging me to a black SUV. How did he arrange all this within an hour? I guess when you have money, it helps a whole heap. We drove to Lana's condo in comfortable silence. We're having a bonding moment somehow. We arrive at Lana and she frowns at her brother. "Never gave you an invite, brother," she snarls. "Lana, you are still a part of the pack. There is no way you can quit being a part of it." He rolls his eyes, pushing through. "You both are the same," she says, and he turns to her with angry eyes. "At least I apologize and ban her from the pack house," he says, and she wheezes. "He didn't do the same," she states. She was quiet for a few moments, then she beamed at me, ushering me to come in and follow her. I'm missing something in this exchange with her and her brother. I didn't butt in. I just sat down at the table that was already laid out with food. I enjoy the homemade Alfredo shrimp pasta and garlic bread. We all talked about any and everything. So far, what I've gathered is that they are some kind of secret pack. The building is owned by the pack and only a few strangers are acceptable like me. I stare at them in awe because the words they're using sound werewolf-related. Also, they're being secretive. "Do you mind my staying the night here?" I asked Lana. "You can stay as long as you want," she says to me. "Lana, you should sit and talk to Jason," he informs her. "Walk me to the door," he says to me. "It's not even my house, but I guess I'll do that." We walked side by side to the elevator door. Our hands brushed against each other as we made our way to the elevator. My heart was racing rapidly as he faced me. "Will you please consider moving to an affordable building of my choice, where there are security teams and a safer neighborhood?" he says, and I stare up at him. "Why do you care so much?" I asked him. "You don't even know me." His sunny orbs glisten with something unreadable as he replies, "It's hard to explain, but I need you to be safe." Gosh, you're frustrating. You can look, but please nothing too outrageous. I rub my temple, realizing that it makes no difference. He's going to continue pushing the matter. He leans forward and my lungs stop working, believing he's going to kiss me, but he does the weirdest thing. He inhales my scent, and I laugh lowly at him. His eyes sparkle with lust, making me blush nervously. "Have a wonderful night and take care of her," he says when the elevator dings open. "Can you drop me home to get a few things?" I asked him. "No need. I'll have what you need sent over to you," he assured me. "What?" I asked him. "Do not break into my apartment or my drawers." "My sister needs you. I will pack you an overnight bag." With that being said, he let the door go and it closed. Oh my gosh, he's going to go through my underwear drawer. I woke up and made waffles, eggs, and bacon with coffee. Keller showed up as well, and I rolled my eyes at him in annoyance. Today he's wearing a blood-red suit with matching shoes and tie. I shared a plate for him after serving Lana's. The whole time he's staring at my breast. I rolled my eyes at him as I walked back to my seat. "We could have done it ourselves," Lana says. "I know, I wanted to do it," I answered her. "I'll take you to work," he offers. "When are you coming back?" I asked Lana. "You're making her win by not showing up and causing trouble," I whispered in the last part. I heard a growl beside me, and I narrowed my eyes at Keller, who didn't break eye contact with me. "Whenever you're ready, I'll walk in that building and help kick her ass," I told her, and Keller's chair squeaks as he grabs my hand. "Okay, let's go. Lana, you figure out what you want to do. You have until next week to make up your mind about your job." He grips my hand, sending chills up my arm and all over my body. Chapter 8. I let him hold my hand because no one has ever held it the way he did. "I don't like this blouse," he says. "Why not?" I asked, offended, trying to pull my arm away from him. "You are showing way too much cleavage," he says. "You picked it out," I shrugged, remembering that he saw my panties and bras. "No, I regret giving this one to you," he frowns. "I usually wear a jacket or kimono," I told him, as the elevator dinged open and let in a woman in her late 30s. I didn't know Vanessa lived here. "Mr. Nique," she gave him a flirty smile, and I tensed, wanting to break our hand-holding. "Vanessa," he greets her with a nod, still holding my hand. Her eyes fall to our hand-holding, and burning jealousy emits from her pale green eyes. He just held my hands all the way down to the lobby and let me in the passenger side of his car. Why am I even jealous? It's not like we are together or anything. He can talk to whoever he likes. Yet still, I'm feeling it. She works for him in a different department, but she's on our floor regularly. I kept quiet in the lobby. I have no right to start something with this man. I should stop whatever's building between us before it starts. "Have dinner with me Friday," he says to me while driving to work. I said nothing in return because I didn't know how to feel about liking him during this time of conflicted emotions. "I don't think I want to," I told him, looking out his passenger window. "Why not?" he asked coolly. "It just isn't a great idea," I told him. "Just say no if you don't want to," he says. "No," I told him simply then. "Too bad," he says. "Be ready by 7, he says, winding down his window and then driving off. What is his problem? And why did he drop me in front of the office building where people will speculate? Sigh. I entered the building with gossiping and eyes on me. Great, just what I needed. I was standing by the elevator when I was being pulled away from the crowd that was mumbling, staring at me, and the person pulling. "What the hell?" I try to wring my hand away from Keller. "Mr. Nique, what the hell are you doing?" "You're taking my elevator," he says, simply opening it and letting us in. "Are you crazy? You know people are about to spread rumors," I pointed out. "They already are when I pull you into my office," he says. "You didn't seem to care then," he looks down at me. "That's beside the point," I said to him. "No, that is the point. There is no changing your mind now," he says. "You have a problem with what I'm doing? Talk to me. If I have a problem regarding our relationship, I will talk to you about it." "Wait, you said the sentence regarding me was wrong." How come I come to you if I have a problem with you? And if you have a problem about our relationship that does not exist, I pointed out. Because you will disagree with most of the stuff that I will be doing and saying, he says. We don't have a relationship, I said point blankly. Come to my office for lunch later on, he says as if we just didn't have a conversation about a relationship. You're annoying, I grumbled. You're cute, he says as the elevator dings. Frustrated, I walked out of his office, ignoring Jin's blazing glare. I'm excited about his interest, but it also scares me. The last person who showed interest in me, I hated the attention I received from him. It's haunting me to this day. Why everything on the charts I'm seeing is being tampered with in some way. Benson's receivables account looked a little off, and I checked it last week. The gold market didn't drop that drastically last week for it to be this low. I found myself taking notes and waiting too long because an angry velvet cake came out to glare at me. Lunch! Now! He demands. Oops, I said, looking up in his world of sun rays. I'm just double-checking some numbers. Can I take a rain check? I asked him hopefully. No, we eat. Now that is not your job, he glares. Whatever you see on the charts or accounts is being taken care of by Jin, he said in a matter-of-fact tone. As if Jin did anything but take credit, I wanted to scoff, but I held it in. Okay, let me just jot these down, I said, but he powered off my screen. It is illegal to hack Kia, he says, annoyed now. I froze, knowing he would have found out anyway. I only hack if my gut tells me something isn't right, I said quickly. Come on. He grips my wrist, dragging me to his office, feeling nervous because of the tingling feeling I'm having. Today we're having grilled chicken burger and peach iced tea with a side of fries, he says as he sits me down and walks to his seat in front of me. Don't you have a whole bunch of work to do? I asked him, picking up my burger. Oh gosh, it tastes like heaven and great quality food too. It made me moan out loud. I cracked my eyes open to find his sexy eyes on me. What? I asked him. He said nothing but watch, and I shrugged, continuing to eat. Heard you moved here a few months ago, he says. Yeah. You know, new start in life and all. I was tired of being stuck, I shrugged. Glad you picked here to settle down, he says. Maybe, I muttered. He looked at me inquisitively but said nothing. We fell into a tranquil silence and I watched him work. His assessment of what he's signing and reading caught my interest. So, I scoot beside him with curiosity. Chapter 9. I wanted to know what the life of a chairman is like, just in case I want to open my own business. He didn't mind me looking and pointing out stuff. I'm quite sure he shouldn't even be showing me these people's personal information since I am not his assistant or secretary. I look intently and shriek with genuine curiosity. This is awe-inspiring. You are so organized. It's crazy how you get all this done. Answering calls and monitoring when other people should be doing that, I lean into him, staring up into his beautiful eyes. He looks down at me with a look I've seen in my most hated person list. Lust. But his lust is appreciated and welcomed personally by me any day. Dinner with me at 6 Friday, he whispers, tilting my chin up. My respiratory system shut off completely, wanting to feel those warm lips on mine. He leans in to kiss me but misses my lips and kisses the corner of my mouth. I was so disappointed. Just then the door flew open to show me an angry Jin. I jerked back, startled like a deer in a headlight. I stood to leave but froze when I saw a very bubbly blonde with 2 long pigtails, a mini Barbie blue skirt with a zip in the front that stops mid-thigh, a short pink crop top, and a cute pair of blue stilettos. What the hell? Her makeup is flawless. Well, fucking hell, I can't compete with her now, can I? Sighing, I walked away, ignoring Jin's stinking eyes, and sat down in my seat, thinking about my life. I'm literally about to be 29 in a few weeks, and I can't settle because I'm running from my shit of the past. When will it be my time to shine? The rest of the week, as we met up for lunch, he didn't bring up sachet, and I sure as hell won't. Each day he makes me eat in his office, and she shows up right then and there and interrupts us. I mean, every time as if she's timing me or something. I don't acknowledge her, and she doesn't acknowledge me either, which is fine by me. He usually tries to make me stay, but I always make up some kind of excuse so I won't be in her presence. I told Lana about the date with her brother on the same day he asked me. I told her I didn't want to, but he's not taking no for an answer. She laughed and said, "Go, but do not expect more than what he's giving you." I guess it's a warning of some kind. Today I made Nique drop me off at Lana's and told her about the pretty girl. Her name is Sachet. She gave a disgusted look. They never confirm it, but they've been friends since birth. At one point, we thought they were going to get married or hook up. I believe they did, though at one point or many points in their lives, she says thoughtfully. I'm not surprised she's hot. She's a waking wet dream for men, I whispered. Yeah, but she doesn't have a soul to make a man love her, she snickers. That's a man-eater, literally. I don't understand why he wants to go out with me, though. All I do is stay away from him and ignore him. I'm not playing hard to get, I swear. I sigh, and she laughs. A man knows exactly why they choose a woman to be or not to be with, she says. Dude, did you just cite Macbeth? I laughed. She gave me a sad smile. I think you should have that conversation with Jason, I told her. I know, and that's why I'm going to suck it up and put on my big girl panties and go back to work. She rubs her temple. I'm bored here, and since Jason has his own business and pack, I don't have to see him every day. Just come back when you are in your right mindset, I told her. You want to stay over? She asked. Yeah, I answered. The guys at my complex have been giving me a hard time, but telling Nique this would cause a court case. He's been good to me these past few weeks. He shows his interest in me, and I like him enough to go on this date tomorrow. Chapter 10. Friday couldn't come fast enough for me. I was dressed by 5:30 on the dot. I'm just a ball of nerves right now, to the point where I call Nique to cancel. He wasn't having that. He talked me down to a point where we stayed on the phone until he got here. I don't want him picking me up, but he insists on picking me up. Jackson is outside, ready for a fight, and I'm worried things are going to get worse. There have been a few break-ins in the past 2 weeks. 2 women have been molested, and no one is accountable for the attacks. I'm coming up the steps now. Do not open that door until I knock on your door, he says, hanging up. I'm sweating and pacing as I wait for a few painful minutes. I heard mumbling and loud chatter outside the door, then the knock came and I rushed to answer it. Fuck, Kia, you made this prick break my fucking fingers, I heard Jackson's obnoxious voice call. I see you hit the jackpot with this one. I stare up at Nique's gold eyes, readying to surge the douchebag. He wore black jeans and a pale blue sweater shirt. Holy fuck, men. In a fitted long-sleeve sweater is my weakness. The way it contrasts with one's body is utterly sexy. I couldn't help from stare. Ready? I heard his firm voice say as he took my hand in his warm one. He brought it up to his lips and kissed my knuckles. Astoundingly beautiful, he praises. You're nothing but an afterthought to him, Jackson said before I could give a reaction to his comment. The smile that was on my face was now wiped off, and resentment came crashing down. Before I could react, he had Jackson by the throat on the building wall, feet dangling. He towers everyone out here and scares the shit out of us too. How can someone so huge be so silent and swift? You say one more word to insult her and I will kill you where you stand, he said savagely, and if I could pale by that threat, it would show a sickly shade. Okay, we are not killing anybody's child today or ever. I pull on his arm as calmly as possible. The other guys stayed back in shock and scared for their lives. If any of your wannabe thugs hurt my woman, it will be the end of you and your families, Nique promised, and the 2 guys backed away with his menacing tone. Gosh, I'm about to piss myself if a pin drops right about now. Let go, I said sternly to him, squeezing his arm a little. Now, Keller. My demanding tone caught his attention as his curious eyes peered down at me. He eyes me from toe to head and back to my eyes. I know why all the boys want you, he said, but a boy would never know what to do with a woman like you. He drops Jackson on the ground, coming towards me. Hey, stop, I said to him breathlessly as his eyes glossed over with unadulterated lust. We're leaving. I grab his arm, ignoring the guys staring at us with fear. Gosh, was this man fucking crazy. But he's a man of many secrets. I want him to be the man I have never had, but part of me knew better than rolling around with the alpha of the pack. I should be freaked out by this and the strange term they are using, but I am unnaturally calm. I rushed us to his car and told him to drive off. They ruined my date with you. I should go kill him, he mutters. Whoa, we will do no such things, I said to him. Now I definitely cannot go back because I fear for my life, Keller. I told you not to start shit again and you did. You caused an unnecessary thing that could have been avoided. That was not unnecessary, Kia, he snarls, eyes ablaze. Sooner or later, they would have broken into your apartment building and raped you next. Do you think I don't know there have been robberies and possible rape going on over there? Those boys aren't any good. Maybe that Jackson kid would have tried it with you, though. Oh, and Kia, every word that comes out of my mouth will always be the truth. Never lied to you and never will. I looked him in the eyes for a bit before he looked back to the road. I finally asked the question that I needed answers to, because it has been bugging the hell out of me for some time now. Who is the Barbie chick? I asked, holding my breath. Sachet, he says her name. Who is she to you? I asked. A friend. He's giving me a few-word answer and it's pissing me off. Okay, let me put it this way. Did you have an intimate relationship like fucking and other shit? I snapped. Were, he replies. Okay. I'm getting overwhelmed by his answer, and I'm scared of what happened earlier. When you add both of those together, it's about to be an explosion. Let me out of this car! I snatched the handle. Let me the fuck out! I shouted, getting riled up. What is your problem? He stops suddenly. Shit. I feel a panic attack coming on. I open the door and feel my breathing becoming rapid and suffocating. I fell out of the car on my knees on the side of the road, horns honking. Fuck, I was getting lightheaded and dizzy. As I was about to pass out, Keller was in front of me, holding down my head between my legs and exposing my black lace panties that only he could see. Just breathe, baby, he whispers soothingly. Slow breaths. That's it. He instructs me until my breathing gets back to normal. I let him escort me back to his car, and we drove back to wherever he was taking me. Honestly, I'm in no mood to be out in public now. It's as if he senses that as he detours to Lana's apartment. I can't look at him right now. I just lost my residency at my apartment, and I have nowhere else to go. I can feel him looking at me, but I can't look him in his eyes. So many emotions are going through my head at this moment. He's become a burden that I cannot leave when I have no choice but to.